Hi everyone and welcome to morning coffee break. Today is Tuesday, March 1st already. Currently it is 30 degrees. The high today is going to be a nice 61 degrees. No chance of precipitation. 92% humidity right now. It goes down as the day goes on. Wind 0 and air quality is 78. It's moderate. I got up early. Kitty woke me up, actually. I couldn't go back to sleep. Okay, let's see. Today there'll be a taste test with Mike. I did a meal. It was El Monterey chicken quesadilla meal. So check that out. And I went walking with Kitty yesterday. Take a walk with Kitty. So that's what's going on today. Last night we had lasagna rolls. I used that, I was going to make some baked pasta, or pasta bake I call it. I was going to make that with that extra sauce that I made in the crock pot. But Joy reminded me we had lasagna rolls, so I fixed those lasagna rolls. And oh gosh, y'all, it was so good. And then Joy fixed another one of her great salads, and we had some more of that everything sourdough bread. I made garlic bread out of it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it was good. I mean, that was like a restaurant quality meal. Because if y'all have an Aldi and you like Italian food, if you see those lasagna rolls, you need to get you some. They're so easy to fix, and they're so good. We just love them. They don't have them all year long. They just have them. I don't know why is there a certain season for lasagna? I mean, come on. They carry their cheap one. They got a cheap lasagna in a pan, and it isn't great. It's okay. Them lasagna rolls are way better. I wish if they were going to have something seasonal, get rid of the regular lasagna and keep the lasagna rolls all year, if you ask me, because they're awesome. There's 12 of them in there. 2 of them's pretty much a serving. Well, I just showed you it was 2 of them. You might be able to eat one if you weren't very hungry. Tonight, I'm not exactly sure. We need to get some groceries, and I'm not sure if we're doing that today because Logan has to go to the cardiologist, I believe it is, has an appointment, and that might throw a wrench in going to the store. Hi, Kitty. Hi. We wanted to go to Walmart, but I'm not for sure if we will or not. And my infusion is already time for my infusion this week. I go for my pre-infusion blood work Thursday, and then the infusion itself is Friday. I'm not looking forward to that. But we might just have, if we have something here, we'll probably have chicken nuggets. Something kind of easy. So, yeah, we need to run around and do a few errands. What am I doing? Today. I'd like to go to Walmart, but I don't know if we're going to be able to go. We need to go to Walmart first, and then we got to go to Aldi. After that, we probably will just get a few things here and there. Not much. We're going to get the majority at those 2 places. Okay, time for today's tidbits, everyone. What are you doing? Trying to get warm? Sitting underneath my chair here. Say. Yes. Okay. I had something weird happen. Y'all know that little stick that lights things, that's lights like the oven, the stove, or things that I did a review on, I think it's, anyway, Reidea or something like that. I always have it sitting here. I got my pen sitting here, and then I had that sitting here and I used it to uh, light the one eye that didn't work on the stove, the gas stove, and it disappeared. It was here yesterday when I did morning coffee break, and I think it was here at lunchtime, and I never touched it. I don't have any reason to touch it unless I'm going to use it. And I asked Joyce, did you use that lighter thing? And she's like, no, I hadn't touched it. She never touched it. Of course, Logan, he hadn't been in the kitchen all day yesterday. And I mean, you think if it fell, it'd be right around here. I searched this whole kitchen last night just because it bothered me. And then I thought, well, maybe Kitty knocked it off the table and knocked it down the hall, because she'll do that with stuff. But this thing's a little heavy for her to do that. And so I looked underneath, like stuff will go underneath doors, and she'll try to reach for it and she can't get it. I looked under every door, opened every room and looked and couldn't find it. So I don't know what in the world she's done with it. If it has to be her, or either we've got a ghost that picks things up and they disappear, because that's the craziest thing I ever heard of. I was like, what? I mean, how far could it fall or anywhere? Like I said, I searched this whole kitchen, looked behind the freezers, looked everywhere, underneath there. No, if she knocked it under there, it's possible I'd have to move the freezer to be sure, to see, and that'd be a pain. But I'm like, what? I can't figure it out. I can't figure out what happened to it. It's strange. And stuff like that bothers me if something disappears. And if I know that I did it, that I had it and I might have set it somewhere thinking, well, I'll put this here and I'll remember it, then I forget. But I didn't touch it, and nobody touched it. So I don't know if Kitty's the guilty party. Where's she at? Where'd you go? She must have gone in there because Joy's in there. But that's the craziest thing I ever seen. I don't know. I'd like to find it just to know I'm not crazy. Anyway, time for today's tidbits. This New Mexico hot spring is heated by volcanic magma. The Soda Dam hot spring was formed by calcium carbonate and travertine, it's a kind of limestone, deposits from 15 thermal springs heated by Valles Caldera's volcanic magma. It was built up 7,000 years ago across the Jemez River in New Mexico. The river flows through the dome-like bridge created by deposition of these minerals. All about the stunning fossil dunes of Abu Dhabi. The stunning fossil dunes of Al Wathba Desert, Abu Dhabi, are entirely natural formations. They are formed by the flow of sand-laden winds over a long span of time. After being permeated with calcium carbonate, there you are, Kitty. They hardened and formed distinct structures. Amazingly, no two formations are ever the same. What you doing? Huh? Say, you back over here? Why don't you come up here and say hi? Huh? She likes the heat because the heater blows air and it goes underneath the table. U.S. mail truck slams into icy river in Massachusetts. She's going back and forth. What are you doing? Huh? I already gave you something to eat if that's what you're after. She's going around my legs and stuff. A tractor trailer carrying... Oh, I didn't show. U.S. mail truck slams into icy river in Massachusetts. A tractor trailer carrying U.S. mail slammed into Charles River in Massachusetts Saturday. The driver was rescued by firefighters. The cause of the accident is under investigation. Police said many of the packages inside were recovered. USPS told the disposition of any mail on board will be determined by inspectors once the investigation completes. What you doing, Kitty? 500-year-old landslide in Red Sea could cause future tsunami. Study published in Geophysical Research Letters revealed that an undersea landslide in the Red Sea likely caused 10-meter high waves in the Egyptian coastline around 500 years ago. 10 meter would be about 30 foot, something like that. Hi! A chunk of land is still swaying on the edge today. Models suggest that if the land slips, it could trigger a second tsunami twice as large as the old one. Hi. Hey, that's my sunglasses. No, you're not chewing on them. Road salt threatens freshwater lake ecosystem study. Researchers at Dartmouth College, New Hampshire, found winter road salt use pollutes freshwater lakes and affects the ecosystem of water bodies. The report shows an increase in the salinity due to road salts causes a decline in zooplankton levels, the primary food source for fish. Experts said governments have to revisit the salt pollution rules. You think? UN human suffering to get worse due to global warming. What are you doing? Find the lighter thing, Jack. I don't know why I said that. Kitty. UN human suffering, yeah. Gotta show it. I'm getting watching Kitty and it's messing me up. The United Nations science report revealed that climate change would get worse if human-caused global warming is not limited. If temperatures rise by 3.4 degrees, people in 2100 will face 5 times more floods, storms, drought, and heat waves. However, some of these risks can still be prevented or lessened with prompt action to curb global warming. I was thinking about my daughter earlier, and that's why I don't know why I said Jackie, but that's her name. On this day in 1910, U.S.'s deadliest avalanche hits Washington. Kitty, trying to get in oatmeal now. March 1 is an unforgettable date in Washington's history due to an avalanche disaster 112 years ago. A 14 feet high wall of snow roared down windy. Kitty, stop it! Don't knock things down. Don't knock that one down too. Stop. Why are you doing that, silly? It's not anything to eat. She doesn't have her regular stuff she eats for breakfast, and she's not happy. Not happy. That's one reason we need to go. Get her something. She's found something. Oh, Lord. She's a mess. March 1 is an unforgettable date in Washington's history due to an avalanche disaster 112 years ago. A 14 feet high wall of snow roared down Windy Mountain near Stevens Pass amid rain. It hit 2 Great Northern trains, hurling them 150 feet down the Tye River Gorge. 96 people died in the 1910 disaster. It's the deadliest in U.S. history. Wow, that's awful, but that's crazy. A 14-foot high wall of snow. Quick facts about blue ice. Blue ice occurs when snow that fell on a glacier gets compressed beneath thick layers of new snow. During compression, the air bubbles squeeze out, causing ice crystals to enlarge. This process allows the ice to absorb other colors more efficiently than blue. The blue ice is exceptionally dense. Here's another avalanche fatality. 27-year-old man, his 2 dogs, I almost sneezed. I'll tell you what, it's driving me crazy. There she goes. Okay. Yeah, another avalanche thing. People, stay away from places where they could have avalanches, please. 27-year-old man, his 2 dogs die in a fatal avalanche in Colorado. Nathan Schmidt, 27, died along with his 2 dogs in a fatal avalanche in Colorado. Authorities said his body was discovered Saturday near nearly 21 hours after his friends who escaped rang 911. 3 people and 2 dogs were trekking to a cabin to camp for the weekend. The avalanche was 50 feet wide and ran 250 feet vertically on a west-facing slope. It was common sense, right? That was what I was talking about the other day. I mean, I hate that happened to that person, but please, I mean, why risk it to be in a cabin, for one weekend? It was the last trip for that guy and his 4 dogs too. Ukraine receives a truck full of SpaceX Starlink terminals. Ukraine said it has received SpaceX Starlink satellite internet terminals Monday. Elon Musk declared on Twitter Saturday that SpaceX had expanded its internet service to Ukraine after the country sought help following Russia's invasion. But John Scott Railton, an internet security researcher, warns the terminals could become Russian targets. All right, everybody, that's it. That's it for today's tidbits, and that's it for this morning's coffee break. We got to run a few errands, so I went ahead and got up when Kitty woke me up early this morning. Might need a little nap today or something. I don't know. I can't take naps hardly, though. I very rarely ever take a nap. But too many things to do. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's morning coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all of my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day. There'll be a taste test with Mike today of a chicken quesadilla meal, and take a walk with Kitty today. Bye, everyone, and God bless.